Dear all, it gives me an immense pleasure meeting you all after a very long time. My dear friends, viewers and investors, welcome to my new video. COVID-19 has brought the entire world to a standstill. It is almost more than 45 days. It has forced us under a lockdown, and we have started learning to work from home. The reality is that we are not used to a situation like this, or rather, we were not being prepared for a situation like this. COVID-19 has a very strong message for the humankind. We need to look at the future world totally in a different way. Investors have to look at the markets and the lifestyle which they are going to live in a different way. At this point, I thought, let me dedicate my videos on the following topics in the interest of my friends, viewers and investors. I wish you will like this video and looking forward to have your comments. Let me get into the video, and on my first topic, market impact. What has happened to the market? Markets have crashed heavily post-March. Why? There was a huge panic in the country. Both the central government, state government, your corporates, you, me, no one knew what is going to happen tomorrow. What is going to be the real impact of COVID-19? So everyone sold whatever the asset they had to the maximum extent to have sit on a liquidity. So this situation has created the capital market also to correct and settle down to a lowest level. Market from 41,000 levels crashed to 29,000 levels, and it has now settled. From now, what is going to happen? Two things. Either the market should have a good news or a bad news. If there is having a good news for the markets will bounce back fast, or if there is a negative news, the markets will further fall from here. So what is going to happen? Is the market going to get a good or a bad news? Need to wait and watch. Let's move on to the second topic, the affected and advantaged sector. There are few set of sectors which has been affected heavily because of COVID-19, and there are few set of sectors which are in advantage because of COVID-19. But I am really happy to know the list of the sectors which are in advantage are longer than the list of sectors which has been affected because of COVID-19. Let us understand these sectors are nothing but MSME, tourism, hospitality, aviation, automobile, real estate and entertainment. These sectors have to relook itself, the way in which they look at the business, their modus of operandi, and they need to have a new plan for their future. It might take some more longer time for the sectors to come back, but for sure, the sectors will come back with a big bang. As an investor, I'm not saying that you have to keep away from the sectors, but you should have a longer time frame for you to have some returns from this sector. Let us look at the sectors which are in advantage. The sectors which are in advantage are private banking, pharma, manufacturing, IT, new technology, telecom, FMCG and business franchising. Up to my observation, these are the positive sectors because of COVID-19. Their future are really fantastic, but they will also have a temporary problems like liquidity, cash flow, capex requirement and the skilled manpower. If they are able to fix this temporary problems quickly and move forward, definitely businesses in this sector are waiting a huge golden opportunities. As an investor, if you are not invested in these sectors, suggest you have to look at these sectors. Investing into these sectors, you have to look at it. The next topic, recovery framework. When is this going to start recovery? Even though the real recovery starts on the ground level only when the vaccines are found and it is made available for a common man. There could be a quick early recovery also. That quick early recovery will start when we start going back to our office and start working from our office. So why? As long you are in a lockdown, the damage, real damage created by this COVID-19 is kept safe under your carpet. When you go back to your office, the real damage is visible, and you have to first learn to understand the real damage, prepare yourself to come out of the real damage. So I think it will take some more good long time. I think it will take 3 to 6 months for you to understand the damage and have your own plan to recover from the damage. So starting from the June, July, August, September, October and November. By November, I think you must be in a better situation. I think by that time your vaccines must be available, and you would have understood the impact created by COVID-19, and you would have already have a strong plan to come out of this problem. And do you think the market would have rebounds from there? No. Market rebounds will take another 3 to 4 months. And immediately you will have a Christmas on the December, and January, the entire month is gone for holidays, festival holidays in India. So by March or April, that is the year to start with, 21, I think the market will have a bounce back. I think till that we need to wait. It's going to be one good long year. Sitting in the month of May, we need to wait till the month of March or April of 21. It's a bit long time, but we don't have a choice. We need to wait, and we need to have a patient waiting for the market to recover. The next topic, require preparation. Understanding the market, how it is going to behave. What is that? As an investor, you have to do the basic preparations. I understand each and everyone will be having a portfolio, and these are the following steps you have to take to your portfolio. First thing, rebalance your portfolio. If your portfolio has an debt and equity allocation, look at the ratio in which you have the debt and equity allocation. You have to give a serious look onto it. Sectorial allocation. Look at the sectors in which you have invested, and maybe again you have to relook at your sectorial allocations. This is a time where you need to rebalance your portfolio. Next is averaging your portfolio. Averaging the portfolio is nothing but bringing in the fresh money into this portfolio. But if you have a liquidity, I suggest this is the time you have to bring in the fresh investments to your portfolio. Average your portfolio. Whichever is in loss, you have to average that portfolio, allocations, and make sure your portfolio has been averaged. Asset allocation. Look on what all the asset classes you have invested, explore the new asset classes, explore the emerging asset classes, and try to have some exposure to these asset classes also. I know you're going to ask me, where is the money for this? How do I bring in fresh money? In this a crisis time, how do I bring in the fresh money? The real problem in creating a wealth is, whenever there is a crisis, there is an opportunity, and that point of a time, the big question mark is, do you have liquidity to do that? So most of us miss creating wealth because when there is a crisis, opportunity is created, and that point of a time we don't have money to invest. So that is where we suggest you should have a active portfolio management. There are two types of portfolio managements. That is, one is called as an active, one is called as a passive. A passive is nothing but whenever you have money, keep investing and build a portfolio. An active portfolio management is something where you have a portfolio and manage it actively. So I suggest you should have an active portfolio management, which will have some amount of liquid exposure, some amount of cash exposure. Whenever there is an opportunity like this, within the portfolio, you can encash the opportunities. So try to have an active portfolio management. Moving to the next topic, problems and solutions for both salaried and business investors. First, salaried investors. The biggest problem available in the market is unemployment, uncertainty, and reduction in the salary. This is going to be the big problem for a salaried business investor, and it might take a much longer time to recover from this, and especially the mid and senior level management people are in a big trouble. So what is my suggestion to this mid and senior level management people is nothing but you have to give a change to your career. How do you do that? What is emerging in the market is nothing but entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is emerging in a big way, and India is going to be an entrepreneurial hub for the entire world. So are you into it? This is a question you have to ask. Each and every middle and senior level salaried people have to give a serious thought to it. So what is the solution? You have to get into entrepreneurship. Is it so easy to get into a business? I also accept it is not easy. So what is my suggestion again? Look at business franchising. What is business franchising? A successful business owner brings all his success in a capsule and gives to you. So what do you have to do? If you believe the business owner, the business model, and if you want to venture into it, just take this capsule and duplicate the success. So here the risk has been mitigated, the amount of money you have to invest is very less, and success, the probability of success is very, very high. So you look at business franchising, look at some good business franchising and get into try to become an entrepreneur. Coming to the business investors, I think you must be all happy. The future is going to be very bright for businesses. As a business owner, you have to be really happy. You are heading towards a successful tomorrow. But as discussed already, you have a current temporary problems like cash flow, liquidity, skilled manpower, and capex requirement. How are you going to manage this? You have to give a serious thought process into it and identify how are you going to fix these problems as early as possible. If you are able to do a small homework, saying that what is your problem, what is your requirement, I think today's market, private banking or merchant banking are able to give you a good support in handling your present requirement. I'm also happy to say that we have also come out with an excellent business idea called as Business Easy, which will support your capex requirement to do a great level. If you found interesting, you can take our services on that. And if you're able to fix your problems as early as possible, and I'm really happy to say that you are in the right direction and your future is very bright. So my dear business investors, you are on the right track. The next topic, India advantage. China was considered to be the world manufacturing hub. The entire world was expecting China to supply their requirements. After COVID-19, majority of the countries want to exit China and look for alternatives. And what are their alternatives? Like Asian countries are the right alternatives, and within that, India has the major points favoring to this requirement. And with a very strong government in the center, and with a very strong marketing point as a Make in India, I think government will not leave this opportunity and convert this situation into its favor. By doing so, your manufacturing and services industry will be flourishing really very good in the times to come in. Is it going to happen immediately? No, it might take some time, but the future is very, very bright. The next, pharma. As we discussed, the real recovery starts only when the vaccines are being discovered. Whomever it could be, whichever country it could be, is going to come out of the vaccine. But the country which is going to manufacture this vaccine for the entire world's requirement, I think India is in a very, very strong position. We are going to play a very big role in this. With this, like your pharma, healthcare and your FMCG will be flourishing really very good. On a whole, if you look at it, post-recovery, your manufacturing, service industry, pharma, healthcare and FMCG will be flourishing really very good, which will fuel employment, liquidity, cash flow and consumption, which will support the recovery in a big way. So, these are the opportunities available in favor of India. Coming to the last topic, closing remarks. I find no reason to be panicked for the situation. The damage is created and the human mankind will come out of it, and we Indians are very strong in it and we will come out in a very big bang. So there is no point in being panicked, and I always try to insist one strong point: opportunities are found only in crisis. Nowhere to search for opportunities. Opportunities are found only in crisis. As a good investor or a businessman, both have to pounce into an opportunity and pounce into the crisis and look for opportunities. And here, to the maximum advantage, we have discussed what are the opportunities available, and it is up to you to jump into this crisis and pick up the opportunity which suits for you. And this is an excellent opportunity to create wealth for the times to come in. So nothing to be panicked. Be prepared, accept the damage caused, and do the required changes within you and your business so that you reap the best out of the times to come in. I hope my videos would have been of a good help to you, and I'm always eager to look at your comments, which will be of a great help to me for the next future videos to come in. Thanks for watching my videos, and thanks for your time, and wish you all the best, and stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Bye-bye.